To keep our faces toward change, and behave like free spirits in the presence of fate, is strength undefeatable. Do not think of today's failures, but of the success that may come tomorrow. I thank God for my handicaps. For through them, I have found myself, my work and my God. My friends have made the story of my life. In 1,000 ways they have turned my limitations into beautiful privileges. As the eagle was killed by the arrow winged with his own feather, so the hand of the world is wounded by its own skill. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. Our enjoyment of the great works of literature depends more upon the depth of our sympathy than upon our understanding. As selfishness and complaint pervert and cloud the mind, so sex with its joy clears and sharpens the vision. It's wonderful to climb the liquid mountains of the sky. Behind me and before me is God and I have no fears. If the blind put their hands in God's, they find their way more surely than those who see but have not faith or purpose. Quote. The world is not moved only by the mighty shoves of the heroes, but also by the aggregate of the tiny pushes of each honest worker. So long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good. Love is like a beautiful flower which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. To me a lush carpet of pine needles or spongy grass is more welcome than the most luxurious Persian rug. I believe in the immortality of the soul because I have within me immortal longings. Great poetry, whether written in Greek or in English, needs no other interpreter than a responsive heart. People do not like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. Your success and happiness lies in you. Resolve to keep happy, and your joy and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. Believe. No pessimist ever discovered the secrets of the stars, or sailed to an uncharted island, or opened a new heaven to the human spirit. What we have once enjoyed deeply we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. What we once enjoyed and deeply loved we can never lose, for all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. People don't like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Face your deficiencies and acknowledge them, but do not let them master you. Let them teach you patience, sweetness, insight. When we do the best that we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life, or in the life of another. I believe that God is in me as the sun is in the color and fragrance of a flower, the light in my darkness, the voice in my silence. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see the shadows. It's what the sunflowers do. Self-pity is our worst enemy, and if we yield to it, we can never do anything good in the world. No pessimist ever discovered the secret of the stars or sailed an uncharted land, or opened a new doorway for the human spirit. The unselfish effort to bring cheer to others will be the beginning of a happier life for ourselves. We bereaved are not alone. We belong to the largest company in all the world, the company of those who have known suffering. So much has been given to me, I have not time to ponder over that which has been denied. I do not want the peace which passeth understanding, I want the understanding which bringeth peace. Quote. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into light. There is no better way to thank God for your sight than by giving a helping hand to someone in the dark. Blindness separates people from things. Deafness separates people from people. Toleration is the greatest gift of the mind. It requires the same effort of the brain that it takes to balance oneself on a bicycle.